Welcome back to another video of yours truly. Tonight honestly was a bit spontaneous. I wasn't really wanting to come out, but I was like, fuck it, we might as well make a video just cause one, no wifey today. Two, I've actually been feeling more motivated to make videos, although there's really nothing grand happening in my life right now, especially for the fact that one, I got denied to one of the greatest jobs I could have had in my life. Two, we're kind of not broke, but honestly, we could do better. Three, it's the end of the month. We're trying to at least close off August in a way where it wasn't the best of months, but, we at least tried our damn best to make it one of at least the good months. Granted, we have the burr months coming, meaning November, September, October, December, so I'm really excited about that. But that being said, I hope you guys are all doing well. It sucks because I actually had made a video prior to this one, and you guys probably won't be seeing this video at least 2 days from now, or I might just post these videos at the same time, just because I do find myself making more meaningful videos nowadays. But I did want to touch on a certain topic for tonight's video, which is, I'm always talking about it, but again, just keep in mind this is a podcast, a singular podcast as to where we have nobody except myself and my thoughts. But, this was brought to my attention by this, I forgot who exactly, but someone said it and it resonated with me. It's like someone is out there making what you make in 2-3 days. And I've said that a lot about money and everything, and it's just so annoying because, in society you're expected to work 2 weeks, get paid bi-weekly, work 9-to-5 jobs, or jobs in which don't compensate that well, or at least don't compensate enough to be living in today's economy, today's society. And it's so annoying because you're like, yes, someone truly is out there making X amount of money in literally 1 day or two, while the rest of mass society is just stuck to bi-weekly pay, trying to meet ends in one way or another, or just simply flat out staying broke. Be grateful for the small things. Right now I'm thankfully not broke. I actually do have the luxury of just spending on little things here and there, treating my girlfriend out to food. If I want to buy myself a coffee or a pack of cigarettes, I can do that. Yes, I do smoke. Not often, but when the day is getting to me, I do. Tonight's really not one of those nights where I'm like, oh shit, it's so bad. It's like, no, I'm actually feeling quite well. I wish I had something more meaningful to do with my life. But, when I'm always thinking like that, where it's like, damn, I wish I could be making more money. I wish I could be doing something more meaningful. I wish I could provide for my family. I always find a bit of home in making these videos because, eventually I want my videos to be my source of income. And I know for some YouTubers that becomes a bit of a problem sometimes because they run out of creativity and they often distort their desires with their videos, and it just becomes this whole thing. And truthful honesty, for my videos, I don't feel like that'll really ever happen because there's people out there that genuinely do want to talk, and despite me always talking about my problems, I do feel as if people would want to talk about their problems onto the podcast. And granted, again, I know I've made almost up to 70 videos on my YouTube channel and have had no people come on, but that being said, it's like I still enjoy making these videos. And in fact, I'm quite proud of the fact that we are nearing about 70 videos made, and we're almost more than halfway there to our goal of making 100 videos. What are we going to do after those 100 videos? We're just going to keep going, honestly. But the point is, I'm making these videos consistently enough to make myself believe that, I won't be making any form of income just yet. Yes, these videos aren't as attractive as many other videos that are coming out right now. I know that. Regardless, I still find myself drawn to these videos because I know if I just keep telling myself that you know, this is what I want to do instead of fucking working a job that's going to consume my time and life. In all honesty, this is what I'm willing to do for the rest of my life. And, you know, one of my coworkers even asked me, it's like, Joseph, do you see yourself working fucking another 40, 50 years? And I'm like, no, I'd rather kill myself. And again, that's not to say that I have suicide problems, and I'm not saying that in a joking manner. It's just truthfully, you know, people in my generation can't even accumulate enough money nowadays to actually buy a house in California. And mind you, that's just California, and that's if you're college educated or not. It's just the expectation to buy a house nowadays is just, it's unrealistic. I've seen a bunch of debates, arguments with, you know, people who actually like debating, commentators, just etc. You know, they say that, yeah, people at least studying or that have somewhat of a substantial income that's, you know, just if anything at 40,000 to 60,000, it's highly unlikely that they'll ever fucking buy a house. And mind you, 40 to 60K a year is the average of what an American would make. I've also heard, weirdly enough, that that's poverty level for at least a certain area of people, where if you're making 60K a year, that's somehow considered poverty level. So I'm like, what the fuck? How the fuck are we supposed to actually manage then? That being said, you know, I can't say when my videos will become a success. All I can just do in this moment where I feel no faith in the direction of where my life is going, although I'm doing literally everything I can to actually, or everything that I think that I can do to put myself out there to make more money, to actually be successful. Like, you know, I'm having interviews, I'm applying to jobs, I'm trying to see in some digital modern way of how I can make money, digital marketing and whatnot. Like, I'm exploring these options because I just know that right now in this moment, and where if I were to just keep working at the same place that I'm at right now, I'm not gonna make it. And I'm turning 22 this year. It's like, fuck, at this point I really wish I had moved out of my parents' house, but I know right now in the next 3-4 months it may not be possible to move out of my parents' house, and I'm quite sad about that. I'm quite ashamed, I'm quite embarrassed about it. I know a lot of people in this age that even have a normal living, that aren't even in my situation, are still living with their parents. But me being a stubborn independent, or wanting to be independent, I hate the fact that, you know, as a male, 22 years old, I don't have much to my name except, yeah, perhaps all these quality skills that I've developed for myself, such as being a good customer service representative. And being a people person, like, there's a bunch of skills that I've accumulated, life skills that I've accumulated that that college will never give me. I've accumulated some skills. Now it's just a matter of applying them. But I know deep down, like, I know if I were to keep going down this path where I'm at right now, with the current job that I have, with the way I live my life, I will not make it. And it's a scary thing to think about when you're laying in your bed at night, or, you know, you're just relaxing, and then all of a sudden it hits you in the face, where it's just like, dude, you need to become more in your fucking life. I know this isn't just a me thing, and I'm complaining about it myself because it's an issue that I deal with every fucking day. I'm just like, what the fuck am I going to do? You know, I've tried so many fucking options. Getting my life and health insurance license, I thought I was gonna fucking make a living off that. No. Attempting to become a police officer, there, I said it, I fucking got disqualified. And I had a fucking moment where it was a salt in the wound, where it said, like, hey, you have your medical exams to go through today. Fuck that. I mean, I got disqualified. I got a letter, and I went to my online page to refresh my status. It was all gone. All the references, all this work that I had inputted into actually applying to become a police officer, just all gone. So it's like, at this point, I'm not giving up on it. I might actually still do it in some near future, knock on wood. But right now, in this moment, I'm just like, fuck, I need to pick myself up from where I'm at to at least continue going, because, you know, we're more than halfway through the year. again, I'm excited for the holidays and whatnot, but when you come to this time of the year, you're just like, what the fuck? Where did everything just go? And it's terrifying to come to that realization. It's where like you spent the first, and we're in August right now, we're about to go into in September. You spent the 8 to 9 months right now, just, at least in my perspective, I do feel as if I haven't accumulated much. I'm taking the small thing. I'm taking the small things with pride. I'm sorry. I got that word. I got that saying wrong, but that's how I feel. 9 months have passed. I feel as if I've done nothing with my life, but then I look back and I'm like, I accumulated money here and there. I've done certain things. I've gone and had fun with certain people. I've managed to maintain my relationship. I've managed to maintain my job. These are all things I wasn't able to do as a 19-year-old, but then I'm thinking about it now. I'm just like, fuck, as a 19-year-old, I was able to accumulate nearly $20,000. Now as a 21-year-old, I can't even manage to maintain $1,000 in my bank account. It's like the contradictions, the saying as to where it's like, if you're old, you'll have all the time in the world, but not the energy. When you're young, you'll have all the time in the world and no money. And as an adult, a full-fledged adult, you'll have a lot of money but no time. And you see the contradiction in that. It's where there's never an equilibrium of where you have everything just put together, unless you're extremely successful or you thought about everything you were going to do with your life from the very beginning. And I'm not going to lie, a majority of my life up to this point has been off improvisation. Like, I haven't had a clear trajectory of what I'm going to do with my life. And I say that in the sense where I've tried to do things, I felt a bit of stability, I felt a bit of hope, but as life has it, I keep getting shot down with things that I hope are gonna do me well in life and ultimately just fucking fail me to the very end. And I'm left with, yeah, I learned valuable lessons, but that time is gone, my energy is gone, my money is gone, and I'm left with an empty shell of like, what the fuck? I feel empty. I'm not feeling as if I can succeed. I'm saying this all out loud. I'm like, shit, I really should go to therapy. But again, I mean, in some sense, this is a way of journaling. I post it, I get responses. Some of you guys may relate, and honestly, I'm thankful that I'm not the only human right now in their mid-20s that is experiencing this type of emotion or these feelings, because it's all troubling, it's all bottled up, and not many people can actually be sensitive and vulnerable and empathetic to these type of talks, you could say. We're all focused on the superficial, what's on the surface, and I tire of that. I want authenticity, the genuine compassion to just talk and not feel afraid of certain things that you are letting go. And what I've noticed actually is, older people just tend to have that. It's weird. Like, I recently got really fucking drunk actually, and there's this 30-year-old, me and her actually had a nice ass conversation, and it's like, fuck, I hate self-proclaiming the saying, oh, you're an old soul, but I truly am an old soul, because and it's even then, I don't feel as if I'm an old soul. I peer into the soul. I try to dig out whatever someone's feeling, so that way I can understand it and try to relate to it. And I think that's a natural feeling to feel as a person, even if you're an adolescent, a young adult to an adult. Like, at some point, I feel as if all of us experience this type of longing to relate to someone, and when it's there, you feel safe, or you feel this type of sanctuary, you could say. And I feel that sometimes with people, and it's very rare. And I'm always advocating for this type of feeling in my talks. However, I do feel tonight is a bit of a different night in the sense where I'm slowly molding what I have in my mind, and I'm saying it out verbally, and it's making a bit of sense. Granted, I still perhaps have to formulate more of a concise and clear explanation of what I'm feeling, but if you guys could understand what I'm feeling, please at least let me know if that's correct or if I'm portraying these feelings right, because I'm telling you, it's that longing of just wanting to feel placed somewhere in where I belong, or you belong. And again, that's why we make these videos. I see that some of you guys really do relate to these videos. It's so fucking nice. Like, I don't even know you guys, and I'm just literally some random stranger that pops up by chance on your feed, and if you relate, you relate. If you don't, you know, I'm just another 1 minute view that you see, and I'm gone forever. And you know, that one demure girl on TikTok, I was like doing a bit of digging into that, and it's so amazing what just being authentic can do. You know, this girl was explaining how, you know, you have to be modest, you have to be elegant, you have to show up to work as if you are acting upon everything you said in an interview. I love that. Very demure. It's nice. And you know, because of that one video, her life is changing dramatically, just like the Haktua girl. Her life has changed dramatically. She's making a fuck ton of money just because she said that Haktua thing, which says a lot about society. You know, we're all fucking sex deprived people that just want our dick sucked. But for this demure girl to come around and be a beacon of hope to our society, and where we're all young, we all say stupid shit, but in the midst of it all comes this demure girl and starts saying, be modest, be kind, you know, act a certain way towards people, so that way you can show that you're a very demure person. That's so nice. It's so nice. I was listening to Brett Cooper talk about this, and it's just so refreshing to actually hear that. And in all honesty, it's like another famous YouTuber that I watch. I'm not sure if he's still like active on his YouTube channel. His name is In Hindsight. But he explained it quite well that when you're on a social media platform, it's all about rolling dice. It's all about being in a casino. You shoot once, you see if you get lucky, and if you get lucky, you make this grandiose amount of money. And in all honesty, that's what I'm aspiring for, because again, if my selfish needs are being fulfilled off going to work, making money, showing up and doing the hours, then in all honesty, I'm gonna want to do my work personally for myself, invest it into this, and make money off it thanks to you guys. You know, Markiplier, and I'm mentioning a lot of people just because it's like, it's crazy what social media, like the impact, the publicity of one person can have among a lot of people that can generate them revenue. Me and my friend were talking about Markiplier, and it's crazy. We were really saying that if he were to just post one video, he can make thousands off it already, and that's just all because of this fan base he has. And honestly, he worked hard for it. He went through rage moments, crying moments, hard times, surgeries, being in the hospital. Like, this man documented his life and shared it with gaming, and that's something that is so fucking awesome. So to my own validations that I'm serving for myself, actually, and that I'm sharing with you guys, my mission statement, you could say, in making all these videos, and as for the reason why I've made 62 videos exactly, including this one, is because I want that longing of feeling, am I saying it right? That place of being. I know that sounds stupid, but just being myself. I'm longing for that, and I'm wanting for people to connect with me for showing a part of authenticity for myself. Instinctually, I am a bit of a toxic person, I'll admit that, but in some way, deep down in my roots, And I thank my mom and dad for this, mainly my mom. There is actually a good person that is an empath that actually does like helping out people, and it's something that I want to draw out more often, something that I want to share with the world, and I want to just turn off the mask of being a negative asshole and actually start feeling that human connectivity. And I'm always mentioning that. That's like one of my keywords, human connectivity. That's something I genuinely want to feel more often, because I feel as if us human beings, we're tribal. We're meant to actually connect with people. We're meant to strive with people. That being said, it's like, I know as I'm growing older, things are getting harder. I'm having to pay a lot more bills. I'm having to stress about life problems in general, my work, my relationships, my friends. I'm having to just deal with things that I didn't deal with as a child, and I'm dealing with them now. And at the end of it all, as much as I might change as a person, what I've held dearly and consistently through even hard times is the need to make these videos. They're not all perfect, I know that, but in the grand scheme of things, I genuinely do feel as if these videos will eventually draw my life forward. And in the meantime, I unfortunately have to stick to being one of the, not rats, but more as if a lurker to society. You know, I don't feel as if I'm part of the rat race. I'm just more merely a lurker, in which is neither above nor the same as a rat from the rat race. I'm just simply observing, having a decent time with my life, and trying to figure my shit out so I can finally get out of the rat race. I'm not in it completely, but again, I'm not out of it either. And all in honesty, like, I say that yes, these videos will pull me forward, but it's all a matter of consistency. If I can actually keep making these videos, because I do feel as if I keep making them, eventually I'll hit that casino jumbo jackpot. Fuck, it might even be this video. Who knows? I mean, the fucking video, the view is great. You gotta admit, the view is fucking great. It's been one of the nicest views that I've actually recorded in these last couple of days. The previous video to this one, in which I'll post tonight, alongside with this one, maybe I might just post them both at the same time. I'll see. But, you know, it was in my bedroom. Surprisingly, when I record in my bedroom, those videos always seem to do better than the ones that are actually outside here in public. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm liking the view. But alright guys, I have spewed out my heart. I hope I said everything, because I know when I finish recording sometimes I'm like, fuck, I wish I said this. But genuinely, I do feel as if we had a good time, we had a good talk. This video is about 23 minutes long, so I doubt some of you guys will actually even be watching the whole thing. But, oh look, there's a boat behind me. Sorry, it's the small things in life you gotta appreciate. Anyways, that's enough for tonight. Good night, sleep well, and I'll see you in the next one.